In this video, I'll be sharing one terrible mental habit that we all do at times that does not endear you to the other gender, and much more importantly, leaves you feeling terrible about yourself. Now, the reason I know this is because it was one that I had to learn very hard personally. 3 years before I started Make Him Yours, I had the idea to coach women in dating and relationships. The idea inspired me. I thought it would be amazing to do, to help people with that, and I got really excited for it. Then I did some research, I looked things up, and I got really down because someone was already doing it. A then bright and bubbly 24-year-old Englishman named Matthew Hussey was already teaching women. He was an incredible presenter, well-spoken, confident, and a British accent. I thought, well, I can never compare to that. I can't help anyone. So what's the point? I pushed the idea aside and decided to continue and follow my dream of being a veterinarian instead. I kept on that path, and for the next 3 years, I continued to have this idea that inspired me to help people with their dating relationships. Would get excited, would get upbeat, feel great, be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then watch some of Matt's stuff, compare myself, and decide I wasn't good enough. Without knowing it, what I was doing was making the choice to feel shit every day through comparison. Finally, 3 years later, I decided that the pain of not acting, the pain of doing nothing, was worse than the pain of comparing myself. So I put my first video on YouTube. It was about a year after I actually started coaching. Finally put myself out there. First video, it looked like this. When Matt was producing videos, it looked like this. And the decision to finally stop comparing myself completely changed my life and happiness. While I always enjoyed being a vet, it was never my full passion. I now get to live out that passion. And since deciding to stop compare myself, to stop doing that, I've met some of the best dating relationship coaches in many countries all around the world. I get to help millions of women just like you every single day. That was what comparison was costing me, and then what happened when I stopped doing it. And so many clients come to me today doing exactly this. It makes absolutely no sense for me to compare myself to Matthew Hussey. I have stuff he can't offer. He has stuff I can't offer. The only person we should be comparing to is ourselves yesterday, last month, or last year. And yet many women come to me comparing themselves to their girlfriends in terms of where they're at in life. Right? You are on your own journey. You are not your girlfriend. You might have things in common. You might have gone to the same school, same college. You might have worked together. You might be the same age. Me and Matthew have things in common. But it is as stupid for you to compare yourself with your girlfriends as it is for me to compare myself with Matt. Never, ever compare yourself to anyone but yourself. It is the recipe for misery. It will leave you stuck, and it will leave you missing all the amazing things that you've done on your journey to empower yourself. The only person you should ever compare to is you. I'm Mark Rosenfeld from Make Him Yours. Make sure you subscribe with a little bell, and never compare yourself to anyone else ever again.